Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I mainly do card making, but once in a while I take part in some tabletop sales and things like that. So there is an event going around in my neighborhood, so I thought I might just see if I can do some card sales on that. For that purpose, I don't just do the cards, then I do some other crafts as well, like maybe some keychains and some notebooks, things like that. Things that can interest everyone and not too expensive. So it's within everyone's reach then. So I have come up with an idea of creating a shopping list. It's with a pen, as you can see, and the pen I actually did a bulk purchase from Temu, and it also is magnetic, and there is a clasp here that, I'm just gonna move it a bit down. There's a clasp here that you can open, and it opens like this, and it's quite nicely made. I will list all my things where I source them from in my description box, and if you're interested in that, then you can have a look as well. So let's start the tutorial. So first thing I'm just going to show you is the notepads that I got. I got a pack of 6 notepacks, and these are actually listed as shopping list, and I got them from Amazon, and I think they were $5.99 each pack. So in one pack you get 6, and they are quite beautifully made, and I'll show you the pack I have just opened. I will get through all of these. I will make them all into some nice decorative shopping lists, and then embellish them and then show you the end product. But I will take you to with me on this journey, and we'll make one together. So it's like, this is quite nice, like thick. If you can see, it's quite thick notepad. There's plenty of pages in that. It also comes with a magnetic bag, which is really very convenient. So you can actually stick it on the fridge, but you don't have to do that. You can just leave it on your desk and jot a few things down, whatever you need to. But I just find it with kids, it's a very handy thing to have a shopping list pad stuck on the fridge, because from time to time, whatever you can remember, you can just note it down, and then later on you can, whenever you go for your shopping, you have almost everything at hand. You can just tear the page and you can carry on with your things. So let's do it. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to take some measurements. For this tutorial, I have chosen this pad, and we are going to decorate this one. So this pad is 9 inches in length, and it's about 3.5. Yeah, it's exactly 3.5. So it's 9 by 3.5. So this is what you need to remember. The next thing you're gonna do, okay, so for this this particular pad, because it's got a backing already at the back, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the backing nicely and gently, so it doesn't turn or ruin the rest of the pages. And we're gonna keep it to the side, and we are going to use the backing later on, but not yet, because we are going to put our own backing on this. So I have taken a piece of card and this one is 300 GSM. This is from Hobbycraft in UK, and but you can get it from anywhere. I've gotten a sturdier card to back it, so that when you because it needs to be inserted in the folio. If you can see, I have actually made a pocket, but because this was like a prototype, so I had to actually stick it and re-stick it a few times, so I'm not really sure whether it's gonna come off. But this is actually a removable, it's supposed to be a removable one. You can remove the pad, so that is something handy. You can actually use the folio for another pad, so you don't need to keep on making a new one every time. Let's insert that nicely. There you go. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is glue in here and this way. So this one, you cut it. I'll take the measurements actually, because just to save time, I did some pre-cutting. This one is about 9 inches by 3.5. Yeah. So this is exactly the size of the pad. But what you're gonna do is from sorry, wrong way around, because I'm doing all my measurements in inches today. So you're gonna score it 1 inch and then 1.25 inch. Yep. And it's gonna give you this groove, because this I measured, this is actually the thickness of exactly 1.25 inch. So this is going to sit there nicely. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to glue this together. All I have done is, look at my pig. Isn't that cute? So cute. Anyway, what you'll do is you'll take 2 paper clips, thick ones and the more sturdier ones, and then you just place them there and leave them there for it to dry, for the glue to dry and stick on really well with the pad. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is you need to take another measurement. You need to take a piece of the same card. It's nice if it's the same card. You won't be able to see very much of it, but if you take the same card, it will be much better. So this one is 5.5 by, I think it's just over 1 inch. It doesn't really matter. It can be 1 inch, it can be 1.25 inches. You just need to create a band, and this band is basically the one that you are going to use as an insert. So it's gonna, what you will do is you're gonna put it like this, and then you're going to stick this with the folio, so that the card can easily slide in and out of the folio. Okay, so that is also, I actually need to make it a little bit, yeah, that's gonna slide in and out quite easily now. Okay. Right, so we put that to the side. I'm sorry for the little earthquake you can see as I was trying to remove the Gemini a little bit away. Okay, for the folio, I have chosen this green double-sided paper. It's very easy if you use a double-sided paper, because then both of your sides will be decorated. And like I did here, I flipped the other side to create another like a decorative item. You can write down, you can label it down, but it looks quite nice like this. Okay, so now we need to measure this and score. Measure and cut this and score it. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I took this from the Hummingbird and the Beautiful Colors collection from the Works. I don't know, yeah, I think this is Make and Create as well, and it was £4. 24 sheets, 230 GSM. Paper is nice and sturdy. This is what you need to make the folio. You can use even thicker material if you need to, but I don't think it needs any more firmness than that, because remember that you are also going to include this panel at the back that is magnetic if you don't have your own magnetic sheet to cut and put on. But that's something, it's an added feature actually. You can use it if you want to, or you can leave it. All right, so we're going to take some measurements now. So, it is 9 inches. I'm just going to go slightly over, so I am doing 9 2/8. This is 8 or 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 2/60. Okay, so let's do the first cut. So this is 9 2/16, yeah. And then remember, just move your blade away for a second if you're doing the same. So it's 3.5 basically, but we are going to do not exactly 3.5. We're just going to move one notch over 3.5. So this is 3.5, so we're just gonna move one notch over 3.5 and score that. Then from there, now from here I need a quarter. So this is 3.5. Each quarter has 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's slightly 1 notch over 3.25. Score on that then. So it's 1 notch over 3.25. I think if I do it like this, yes, it is coming exactly on the points. And then it was 7.25. So 1 notch over 7.25. I think this would have cut it properly. Right, I am going to burnish that. And that would be the folio. To put the folder in. As you can see, it fits perfectly fine. Yep, it's fine. Okay. Next step, what you're gonna do is you are going to remember this piece that was we measured as a belly band for the back. So I have already taped it, but just to reinforce it, I'm just going to put some glue on top so that it's got all the strength that it needs, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert this in here and up as much as it goes easily. And then I'm sorry, I have all the glue that I could. I'll have to come in a bit so that I can see where I have to go. The benefit of using a wet glue is that you can actually maneuver it. If you just use tape, then the tag is quite permanent, and then you can't rectify it if you need to. You can't do anything about that. So once this is done, which I think it more or less is, yeah, so that's in. So this is going to be the front of your card. I'm just gonna put the bullet clips again, just on. I don't know what they're called. I think they're just clips, and I'm just gonna place them here so that the glue can hold its place firmly before you can move on to the next step. The next step is actually quite interesting. Now, because I have used the dotted side at the front, what I am going to do is I'm going to create a panel to go on the top, and for that I am going to use the Crafter's Companion, what were they called, slimline nesting dies. Yeah, that's what the name was. And these are actually decorative nesting dies. This one is called Portofino. Oh, I'm really surprised at my accent. It's Portofino. Love it. As you can see, I've already used it and I didn't even bother to take the pieces out. And I just love these dies because they give such a precise cut each time. And you will see yourself how nice the cut is. So there comes my Gemini. And so I'm just going to use what is left over. Oh, sorry, this one doesn't fit. So we're going to use a bit bigger piece. And I'm just going to fold it in. Right, it might start moving a little bit, but just bear with me. I'm not putting absolutely any pressure on the machine. I just have to keep a hand so that it doesn't move the table a lot. Because as you can see, every time I take it off and on, it just creates a big wobble. So that's the beautiful panel. As you can see, almost everything is out. There's just a few more pieces which I am going to take out with my weeding pen, which I don't really use for weeding because I don't have a Cricut machine. I have Gemini and I love it, and I don't really feel like dipping my hands into a Cricut craft yet. Okay. Oh yes, the news about Gemini. Do you know that Gemini 2 is in market? And do you know who else owns it? Me! Yes, me too. Okay, so if you can see, it's just gonna go here. I really like it, but I think we need to, I feel like I need to make this a little bit more prominent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same colored, where is my daubers? Yes. So I'm going to take the same colored ink pad. So this is Harmony water reactive dye. So and this one is Spring Meadow. Sorry, Harmony water reactive dye, and this one is Spring Meadow. And what we're going to do is we are going to use this. We're going to color just the corners just to give it a little more like for it to stand out a bit more. So I'll see if this color does. Yeah, I think it does serve its purpose. Oops. Just be careful with all the swirls. You really don't want to mess those up. Even if you think it's not showing up, let's see. If it's not, then I can always use a bit brighter. I think that will be fine. I quite like it. So we can take off the clips and we'll put this away. Okay. And I'm gonna take my dotty tape. Okay, I'm gonna and I'm gonna put a generous amount on the corners, because if you remember, we are going to put a flap there, so you just need to make sure that you actually have a good tag on that side. Yes. See, and just gonna try and centralize that. Okay. Right. Once this is done, you need to make another panel, and that is going to be, okay, where did I put that? There, right in front of me, and I couldn't find it. It's going to be this, and this is where you keep it, because I noticed that when I had this on, this kept on opening, which I didn't really like. So the solution I came up was to add a flap around, this one is, so if you started from 2 3/4 away from the top. The way I measured it was I put the pen there and I inserted the pen, and I just wanted to see how long the pen's gonna go. The pen doesn't need to be centralized. If you want to make it really aesthetic, then you can try and do that. But my main purpose was for it to go somewhere so that it can finish here and not anywhere more than that, because then it would have looked really odd. And you can actually have it stuck. I will show you in a minute how you can stick it. But first let's make the panel. So because we have used this color, so we are going to use the dotted side of the green color to make the panel. So the panel needs to go from somewhere from here, round here, and then this way. It doesn't need to be that thick, obviously. I think the thickness that I was quite comfortable with was with an inch exactly. So we are going to take 1 inch, and that we can do. So this one is sticking out 2 inches and a quarter. So say about, actually about 3 inches. I think it will secure it much better. So you need a piece of 3 inches by 1 inch. So let's cut that. Sorry if you're really out of focus. I can't see anything, but it's I will make sure that I can put all the measurements on in the description box as well. I'm still learning, so you can understand that it's a journey for me as well. Videoing things, it's not something that I can do that comfortably. So this is the panel, and you just take a corner punch and you just round the edges. Okay, just so what we're going to do, I just recently bought this corner punch from I think it was Temu or Shein, one of them. Anyway, we're just gonna put the, see, as you can see, I have already used it. So there is a little bit of a mug in there. I'm just gonna try and take that out. Okay, so we're just gonna put the corners in there and have them rounded. There you go. Looks like a band-aid, doesn't it? It's really cute. I think it just gives another dimension if it's rounded. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna what did we say? We said 3 inches from here, didn't we? Let's have a look again. Yes, about 3 inches. Is it 2 3/4? I think it was. So about here, you're just gonna put this like so, and you're just gonna make that. And before you put it in, I'm just gonna try with this pen. You're just gonna insert the pen and see that it sits there. That is also one of the ways you can do it. Just insert the pen, see if it's rightly positioned, and then you can stick this piece with the back. And don't worry if you can see a little bit from the back, because remember, we are going to put this piece onto the back as well. So while this is drawing, we're just gonna, so this one I think needs to be like glued with a really good glue. And the reason is that if you can just centralize that, that will be perfect. It's because it is at the end going to hold the magnet. It's got a magnetic sheet and it's got the whole pad, so it needs to have a good hold, the glue. So I'm using the Colal tacky glue. It's quite nice. I love their glues, and I always buy them from Crafters Companion. As being a platinum member, kind of gives me the advantage. So I'm just going to put these clips back on so that the panel is stuck firmly together. There is one more. I'll just put that one too. And then these are the Crafter's Companion hook and loop fastening dots. You can actually get them from anywhere, and even cheaper from Amazon or try Temu as well. I think I have seen on Temu the same dots. So what you can do is, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the sticky off both sides. And you're just gonna place it there. Right, I think I am going to put an insert here. I hope it doesn't make a dent mark. That's my only concern. But the reason is so that it joins firmly onto this side. So let's give it a few minutes, and then when we come back we can see the final result. But this is basically all there is to this shopping list folio. And once this is done, then we can pack them in packages. That's going to be one of the items I am going to put towards my my craft fair, and I'm going to price each £5, because there is the price of the pads, and also the designer paper. There's also hook and loop, and there's a pen included in there. So I think £5 would be a good price for these shopping pads. You let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe my channel. Subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It would really help me if I can have a few more subscribers. Then it will just boost my own confidence in doing things like that. I like making cards, and I like doing paper craft, and I like sharing my craft as well. So if there is anything that I am lacking, and if there are things that can improve my crafting, please let me know. I'm always open to advice, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Look after yourself, and bye. So here's the final result of my shopping list card folios. I really enjoyed making them, and I love the process. I learned a lot while doing these, how to take measurements and how to like improve on. So by the end of it, I think I was pretty quick in making them and didn't take too long. Uh, just to let you know that one thing that I did a bit differently was, like, before I used, if you remember, I told you I used the ivory cardstock to do the inside of the car of the shopping list pad. But later on, I started to use the same card that I was using on the outside to decorate the inside of the pad as well. And I think it has created a really nice symmetry. Uh, just gonna show you on what the pad looks like now from the inside. So if you open it, and I'm really very sorry, I'm actually holding the camera in my hand now. So on the inside, it looks like this. The pages are nice and intact, where you can write down. And I think overall, it has actually come up quite nicely. So I'm just gonna show you how it sticks on a metal surface. Sorry, I don't have the fridge here with me at the moment, so I'm just going to show you on my radiator. So as you can see, it sticks quite nicely. There's no issue whatsoever. And that's it really. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And just to remind you again, like and subscribe to my channel. And press the bell icon as well so you can get notifications whenever I put up a new video. So I'll see you in the next video, and until then, look after yourself and bye.